Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a new video. Today for you guys, we're going to be reacting to an old video by Jaiden Animations called How to Make Life More Interesting. I'm excited to get into this. Before the video starts, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys always show. It really does mean a lot to me. Leave a comment down below who you guys want me to react to in the future. And we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers this year, guys, so make sure you guys subscribe. Go leave a like on Jaiden's video too, and that's all. Go leave a like on Jaiden's video too, but that's all I got for you guys. So let's get right into the video.
Welcome to 2018, Jaiden.
Goodness.
What's different?
2018.
Nothing yet, I don't think. If you're like me and
Listen,
don't plan on doing anything extraordinary this
My
year,
goodness.
but still want to spice things up, I have a few suggestions.
Just a little
You know
salt.
me, living life on the edge. I'm exciting. I'm adventurous. Of course, the
Oh,
best way
goodness.
to make life more interesting is to induce a variable of surprise and the unknown. In 2017, I conducted my own apple research.
Oh,
I just ate a bunch of apples. Here we go. I just got really curious one day. There's so many
Okay,
different types
fair.
of apples,
Here
and
we
I
go.
don't know jack rabbit about any of them. Did you know there's...
Yeah. How many apple Oh, goodness. That's a lot of apples.
Did you know there's 7,500 different varieties of
didn't.
apples? 200 in the US? Because
That's
that was the
insane.
first time I actually Googled it. I didn't eat 7,500 apples last year, but every week when I went to the grocery store, I'd get a different type of apple I hadn't had before. So I'd be learning about a new apple every week. It sounds
fair
stupid,
enough.
but shut up. I learned a lot about apples.
Yeah, okay, well,
You're such a vegan. So growing up, Mom
Such a-
always got us either Fuji or Gala
think she's still a
apples,
vegan
which are
to
some of
this
the
day.
most common apples in the US. This is all just my
Yeah.
own opinion and research, by the way. If you have a different opinion, good for you. Gala is pretty
Well.
much the standard average apple. Nothing bad, but nothing fantastic. Fuji are a bit brighter in flavor and crisper, but they're both good standard apples to make a constant variable.
we are learning
See,
apples
I
today,
learned
guys.
something
Fair
in
enough.
7th grade science. Now,
There you go.
yes, this is happening.
Back again
Oh
with
my
another
gosh.
legit food review.
Golden Delicious are softer and less sweet
Ooh,
than
I love
Fuji and
golden
have
apple.
more of an applesauce taste. I'm aware of the irony in that description. Crips Pink or Pink Lady apples are firmer than Fuji but more tart. I don't like Red Delicious. They have a thick skin and mediocre flavor, and if you get a bad one, they're super gross and spongy. Everyone knows
Ew.
Granny Smith. She's green and tart. Sugar
Yeah,
bees
she's
are
sick.
a lot crisper than
I love Granny
Fuji,
Smith.
and like the name suggests, super sweet. A top tier apple.
Nice.
Envy tastes pretty much like Sugar Bee. Call me apple racist. Jazz apples were
Oh,
disappointment, mainly because I thought the name was cool and the grocery store had a
Jazz
fun
apples.
little name tag for them. They didn't taste all that great. Ruby Frost. No, wait, I'll go faster. Have thick skin and are kind of sour, but not as much as Granny Smith. Pacific Rose
She
are my
stopped people from
favorite
clicking
and the
off.
best apple. If anyone tries to tell you there's a better apple, they're probably right because they only tried like 15 out of the 7,500 varieties, which is
Yeah.
like 0.2%. But these are the ones I buy all the time now. Honey Crisp apples
Okay.
are crisp.
I like
they're
Honey
good,
Crisp.
but they're more expensive. Peru apples are really
Yeah, no,
crunchy
they're
and taste like a weak
super
Gala.
expensive.
Rockets are super small and have a unique aftertaste. Macintosh are
Okay.
surprisingly super soft and sweet and taste nothing like
She
a computer.
learns.
Braver,
Yeah, she's
also known as the
tasted
worst
so many.
apple to ever be genetically created. I tried
Oh.
it for the first time and was like, ugh, ew, whoa, what the freak? Like, it's trying to be sweet, but also tart at the same time, and it's like, just pick one, you're just a dumb apple. Apparently, they were created by accident and are a hybrid of Granny Smith and Lady Hamilton, so they're not even supposed to exist.
Yeah.
Jeez, Granny Smith, use protection. But, I mean,
Yeah,
to give
you
them
freak.
credit, that's pretty
We
progressive
got freaky
considering it was
trees.
the 1950s. Apparently, Brayburn is also a My Little Pony character. Anyway, avoid at all costs. I
Yeah,
hope
no,
all
I'm
the
not doing
Brayburn
that.
trees
No!
burn in a giant fire
Okay,
and
just 'cause you
rebirth
don't
into
like 'em.
Pacific Rose ones. So now you're an apple
Wait.
master. Like me. Apple Research gave me
Nice.
something to look forward to each week and isn't very expensive since
Yeah, well,
they're
yeah, fair.
apples.
Okay.
I'm also currently running a similar experiment on mint gum flavors. If apples aren't good enough for you, then try doing something you normally wouldn't do. But not because you're a new and improved person.
I need
Just
to
to
ask her
try
more
and get
about
a good
apples one day,
story
man.
out of it. If you start trying to induce good stories, eventually you'll get one. When I was
Yeah,
still
fair.
in college, I had to take a service learning class where we had to earn 75 hours of service from some sort of internship.
Okay.
Paid. The one I chose,
Yeah, that's
completely
crazy.
on my own, not because it was the closest to campus and I didn't have a car, was working as
Okay.
a teacher's aide at a children's monastery. Don't know what a monastery is? Me neither when I took the internship. It's a children's
still don't know
school
what
where
that
the
is.
teachers focus more on letting the kids learn things on their own more naturally than traditional teaching methods in elementary schools.
Okay.
Wait, Jaiden, this sounds interesting. Can you explain a bit more? Nope, I'm moving on. So the main
Oh,
reason I chose
gosh!
the
We
monastery,
spent half the
not
video on
including the
apples.
location, was because kids are funny. And there would be some great stories to come from babysitting a classroom of kindergarten to third graders 6 hours a week for a whole semester. I applied to the Montessori and scheduled an interview. I've never had a real job before, so I was super nervous and didn't know what to expect. The head teacher, Miss Frizzy, which isn't her real name, greeted me. Actually, no, first, I didn't know where the front door was. Like, I went up to the door that I thought was the entrance, but it was locked, so I called the number they gave me, and they said just go through the gate, and I didn't know where the gate was, but it ended up being around the side of the building, and the gates were all closed, so I thought I'd have to hop the fence to get into the school, but it would look super sketchy to see a college student hopping a gate to force their way into a children's Montessori.
Yeah.
But I figured it out. So I met Miss Frizzy, but not in our own room. It was in the middle of the kids' class time when they were all running around with books and puzzles. She was like, "Hey there, nice to meet ya," and pulled out a kid's chair because they didn't have anything else. I sat down and my knees crunched up to my chin. It was a lot more casual than I thought it was gonna be. And probably should have been. There was one part where she was like, "Do you have first aid training? You legally need to have that if you want to work with children." And I will not confirm nor deny the possible first aid training in question, but yeah, we might have brushed over that one. Anyway, I got the internship, arrived the first day, and no one told me what to do. I was like, "Hi, how can I help? And also, how does everything work? Because I know nothing." "Oh, yeah, just help the kids if they need help." Oh, okay then. For the majority of the internship, I was stressed out and anxious because for 3 hours every time I went in, I felt like I had no purpose except walk around and smile at kids. Occasionally, I'd help one find a puzzle piece, but those were the exciting days. Also, 2 kids didn't even speak English. Like, what am I supposed to do when a kid's crying? I ask what's wrong, and I get, "Watashi no kyoryu ni kamarete itai yo. Hora, chiyu dete Teka, doushite watashi no yotteru koto wakanai no yo. Nihonjin desho?"
I'm sure you're going through it, buddy.
For an hour, the kids would have lunch and then go outside to play.
I can't
relate. That was more manageable because I just had to make sure none of them backflipped off swings or something dumb. I could also pass the time and prevent insanity by sweeping sand off the pavement. My favorite memory by far when I was there was when a kid got stuck in a bucket. We just hear, "Help! To help!" and look over to a kid, upside down turtle with his butt in a pail. Pathetic. So what can you take away from this video? Rayburn apples were an accidental hybrid love child of 2 apples, and kids are incompetent at life. See, with a few little tweaks, it isn't hard to spice up your life. Now, go out and get yourself a funny story. Yeah. Also, one day at the Montessori, a kid pooped on the sidewalk.
I honestly have no words. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, make sure you guys go leave a like on Jaiden's video too. And that's all I got for you guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video.